Sikhs, because this was given to us by our Guru Tan Guru Ramdas Ji, who has penned down this Char Lava as our Sikhya in life. And I think we all know Guru Amar Das Ji says they are not to be called man and wife who basically sit together, have meals together, and are married legally. Only they are called man and wife who have one soul in two bodies. That's the message of Guru Amar Das Ji. And Guru Ram Das Ji composed the lava, you know, and this lava basically, actually, if apaje lava no totality padiye, lava talks about our union with God. It is just not for man and wife. Because it talks about God is given the form of husband Lord, and we are all the brides. We are all the soul brides. So the lava, the part Char lava, basically talks about union of humans, all of us, Gurusik, with Creator. Is that union. And the four lama talks about the four phases, four steps that we take towards being united with the Guru. But there are some nuggets of wisdom that I'm trying to take it out from there and try to contextualize in our personal lives. So essentially, lava is meant for all of us. It is about our journey to be one with God. But I think we can also contextualize in this human mortal world in terms of how we can take the qualities and use that qualities as guidance in our life as man and wife. So that's what we are attempting to as a Jatha. We're going to be sharing with you the gist of the four lava, and at least try to share with you the Guru's teachings from the four lava. This is just the key words. And now, without taking much of everybody's time and ensure that we are able to do this ceremony smoothly, अपन उन चार लावा की थोड़ी बहुत ही व्याख्या करनी है और सिर्फ अंतरी भाव करना है सारी जिंदगी में, right? First law, just the first line now. हर पहलड़ी लाभ पर विरति कर्म दृढ़ाया बलराम जी. ठीक है? There are few lines there, but the main line is हर पहलड़ी लाभ. In the first law, Guru is saying in the first law, पर विरति कर्म दृढ़ाया बलराम जी. You are both now taking this first step in this first law. The first law basically symbolizes the first step you're making, and this step involves making a commitment to come together as a family. The key word here, Satsangaji, is Paravirtri Karam. Paravirtri means family, Parvar. So you are coming together as a family, and both of you have your duties to play in this family. Right? For a successful marriage, then you have to perform these duties, which you know best. You have to be humble. You have to be honest, sincere to each other. You must be respectful to each other's opinions, views, respectful to both parents, both your relatives, your elders. So you know best the qualities you are supposed to imbibe within you for carrying out your duties as man and wife, as son and daughter. From today onwards, Amandeep, Dr. Jeevan's parents, Jeevan Sukraj's parents are your parents. Similarly, for Dr. Jeevan, Amandeep's parents are your parents. And similarly, your siblings are now your own. You have come together in a unit, and therefore you have to live like a unit. So you are forming this commitment together. So that is the message here, Paravriti Karam, and you are to fulfill your duties towards each other, towards husband, towards your wife, towards your parents, towards your children, and towards your community. Okay? So these are the message here. And in second law, Guru says, हर दूसरी लाभ सतगुरु पुरख मिलाया बलराम जियो निर्भव पै मन हुए मैं लगवाया बलराम जी. In the second law, once you have already understood the duties of Grishti Jeevan, of this familyhood that you are forming together, of this family that you have, in the second law, Guru is saying that now, when you have found each other, you are going to walk towards Guruji. Satguru Purakh Milaya. You will now be connected to that Creator Lord. The Lord that creates, Karta Purakh, the creating building. But be careful. Guruji's message is there. There's caution here. In any happy marriage, you'll have to manage your egos. Because ego is the cause of every problem we face, not only as a family, as a community, as a nation, as the whole world. As we see now, whatever is happening from Donald Trump to Ukraine and to Gaza and Israel, it's all caused by man's ego. Desire, conquest or wanting more, our greed, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, अहंकार, the panchachor, these are all manifestations. आप panchachor जो है, ये हमें सपुत्र नहीं. They are all the manifestations of ego. You can't get rid of them completely, but you have to make this attempt to always control the ego. And I think you know best. You know best. Your parents have advised you. Your fathers, mothers, your parents are the best example, best role models. Your community elders are the best role model. You know that when you are having a moment of anger, one is to keep quiet, allow things to simmer down, and then find an opportunity to discuss it. Have discussion intellectually. Use patience. Use peace. Resort to having conversations, engagements, discussions in every issues that you have as man and wife. So it's ego that you got to deal with and put that aside. That is the message of second love. And the third love, we talk about how the tiji love man chao paya vairagya Balram ji. Actually, the Tiji love, the real message is Guru is saying that in Tiji love, you should be in such yearning to be with your Guru, for your Creator, that your love for the Guru makes you so divine, that your love for the Guru transcends from the Guru and love for the world. You love God, you love His creation. That's Man Chao Pai. You're full of this yearning of love, and you have imbibed love, you become the epitome of love. You become that love itself. You become part of the Creator, and you become part of the creation. You become a creator yourself, but you create wonderful experiences. You create wonderful moments as man and wife, as father and mother, as members of the community, the Sikh Panth. That is the real message of Man Chao Paya. But if you were to contextualize in our marriage, in your marriage, for Aman and for Dr. Jeevan, Man Chao Paya means you have to be in the yearning to be in each other's company all the time. You must have that chow. The moment, Aman, you're finished with your work, the first thing you want to do is what? Get back home. Not go to your friend's place, hey, bande yahan ho na. Which is very common. Because now your life is taking a big shift. You are now making that paravriti karam. Remember first love. Family, you have a duty. You can't say, Jeevan, I'm coming after 3 hours. 3 hours becomes 8 hours. I mean, of course, there are moments where we can be our friends. Right? I'm not saying no. Have a conversation with your wife. Dear, I'm going to be having a moment with my friend. I'll come back in the show. You know your responsibility. You always want to be in your spouse's company. And both ways. The moment Dr. G finishes your work, you finish your affair, you want to be in your husband's company. You got to have that yearning to always be in each other's company. And this yearning, you're never going to get bored with each other. You're going to always be with each other. You're going to always confide in each other. You're always going to seek each other's opinions. You're always going to respect each other's opinions. You're always going to move together as one unit. In unison, you should work together and raise your family together. That's the message. Because, you know, like the Hindi movie, Tujh Main Rab Dikhta Hai, that's the message Guruji gave long time ago. Because when you found love, what you actually found was divinity in love. Your love is so pure, so sacred, so divine, that you see goodness in each other, you see goodness in everything, you see goodness in God's creation. It should be a spiritual experience, beyond this physical experience. Your love should bring you closer to Guruji and Guruji's creation. You want to be in each other's company, and you want to be in the company of Sadh Sangat. That wonderful Sangat who's going to be your positive inspiration, your role model. And similarly, when you have children, this Sangat is going to be a role model for your children. Ensure that children always get the right voices. Today we live in a very noisy world, Sasangaji. Very noisy. The noise comes from where? Social media. Social media. There are good voices there. As much as there are good voices, there are also many negative voices. So we have this, and sometimes as parents, we may not be able to control the negative voices, the negative exposures. And that's where you as parent have to practice parental advice, parental control. That's where you as parent have to create the right mahal for your children. And Sadh Sangat is most important. When you have the company of the right people, people of good qualities, their children have great qualities. Similarly, the voices of goodness will be stronger than the negative voices of social media or the media that we experience in our life. I think we are all aware of what's happening in Malaysia. In the last 1 month, we've experienced so much of social issues that is just heartbreaking to hear. And these are happening among children who are in their teenage years, being bullied, suicide, murder, rape, and you name it. These are the voices we're experiencing. And as man and wife, we got to be aware that to see mahal na apne vaste कि तुसी अपने आप हमेशा गुरु का नाल जुड़ी रहो, You are always connected to the virtues of God by doing seva, by doing kirtan. And Dr. Jeevan Subraj herself is a kirtani. She does very good kirtan. She's connected to this Gurudwara, Kulim Gurudwara, and she takes this beautiful kirtan, the gift of kirtan, Kirtan Dar, and she's bringing this in your life, Amandeep, and in this life of Amandeep and Dr. Jeevan, that's kirtan. You want to just keep this kirtan alive. You want to share the same inspiration and love for kirtan in your children. Kirtan, Seva, Simran, Sukhmani Sahib, Sadhana, Guru Kar ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਾ, ਚੰਗੇ ਕੰਮ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਾ, ਨੇਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਾ. These are things you want to put forward in your family life and amongst your children. That is the message in the third law. It's a very long message, but that's the real message. Because once you are in love with God, you love each other, you love God, you love this creation, you love your children, you want your children to be the best thing. You love every children. Your heart breaks when you hear any child gets into trouble, which is what we experience right now in Malaysia. That should be your love for God and His creation. And चौथी लाभ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਹਰ ਚੌਥੀ ਲਾਭ ਮਨ ਸਹਿਜ ਪਿਆ ਹਰ ਪਾਇਆ ਬਲਰਾਮ ਜੀ. The word sehaj paya means being peaceful. And Guruji, in the journey, if you go to read, ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ ਨਾ ਲਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ, we are accessible. Now hand ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇ hand ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗਾ ਨੇ. ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ, you begin to see, oh, there's a flow. Guruji talks about coming together as a family, parvriti, doing your duties, and then second law talks about ego. Third law, Guruji says that, hey, you want to be in each other's company, you want to walk towards Guruji. Fourth law, naturally you enjoy peace. You attain peace in the fourth law. Then you see it's a journey. So the end journey is contentment in life, you get peace. But to get that peace, if I want to contextualize in the life of both of you marriage, Guru talks about contentment in life. Be content with each other. Grow in love every day. Don't fall in love. Nowadays we see a lot of people falling in love, then they fall out of love. Don't. Walk in love. Walk together, run together, grow together in love and grow gracefully together. Be content with yourself because we are going to wrinkle. We are going to be like me, salt and pepper. Eventually. We're not going to be so good looking all the way. We've got to be content because when we loved each other, it was beyond these physicalities. It was the union of the soul. At soul level, you had this connection. That's why it is divine. Because you were meant to be in each other's company. Say Senjor, Milo. We sing this Shabbat, right? So there would have been some connection that brought you together. So believe in that connection, believe in that Creator bringing you together, believe that this ceremony is happening for a reason. There's a reason. There's a greater power beyond us, like Omkar, that's bringing you together. And therefore you've got to grow in love together. Being separate should never be a question, should never rise in your system, never register in the system. Be together, grow together, strongly together, and for that you got to have contentment with each other. Content with what you are, content with each other, grow gracefully together. This is the message of the Guru. And I hope you've been able to at least share some nuggets of wisdom from Tan Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj. There could have been some mistakes, we apologize. But we try our best to share with you. And if this Sikhya is something you can commit yourself to, from now onwards, you are to see yourselves as equals to each other. Because Guruji gives equal importance to both man and wife. You are to see each other as equals. You are to respect your parents as your own. Each other's parents, each other's siblings, each other relatives as your own. From today onwards, you only have Guru Granth Sahib as your ultimate eternal guide. Should you have any issues, you come to your Guru. Jeevan can come and do Hukamnama, do an ardas, do your own ardas. Do Hukamnama, get some guidance and use that as a guide. Your Guru shall be your eternal guide. And if you are in agreement with this Sikhya, all we need to do is get you to jod your hatha and bow down so we can begin the Nandakaji Rasam. Bole so